It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Packers and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterback matchup here, it features two of the most decorated guys around. A couple of guys certainly with gold jackets in their future. Aaron Rodgers of the Packers, Tom Brady of the Bucs.
And you always feel like you're fortunate to watch games like this and have things unfold right here in real time, because we always want these types of matchups. And being able to watch guys who've been elite NFL quarterbacks for so long continue to do it at a high level, we're the lucky ones.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Tampa. Rodgers on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Room to run past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 39, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on second down, Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
To try again after the sack, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
There you go. There you go.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So that one will be accepted.
Automatic 1st down.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Uses the stiff arm. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Here's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a play fake. Brady. Pass incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there is no way that ball was going to be caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. You think about the strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Brady. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Succop's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Brady and Brate, the tight end's got it. That catch good for only a couple.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second down and 8. To throw is Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Bring it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The give is to Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice play, baby, nice play.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Let's go, fellas.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Brady. And Blake has it over the middle. That catch good for only a couple. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 9-6. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the... And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Bring it.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brady to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.